Here are the rules of engagement. Each team will have 2 hours to prepare and cook a delicious 12-ounce Canadian ribeye steak. Wow. Served with a beautiful sauce and 2 side dishes. The soldiers will taste both teams' dishes and vote for the best.
One thing that I was thinking is that we're gonna do the Brussels sprouts with the balsamic glaze. I wanna cut the potatoes into quarters. We could roast them off with some shallots, olive oil, and the bacon fat.
We have beautiful liquid smoke in there also.
No, that liquid smoke is junk. Okay, so we know what we're doing, guys? Yeah. You're on potatoes, you're on marinating steaks, go.
Should I put this whole bottle?
No. We should have waited on that. Anything acidic should go into the onions.
I never do it that way. But
No? Okay.
Everything I suggested, Danielle denied.
I'm putting some soy sauce in there.
No, because we got brown sugar molasses.
I just don't think she knows how to make a good barbecue sauce.
Kayla,
What's up?
the sauce needs some flavor. Like, I feel like it needs a little acid, or even the Dijon would be nice in there.
Dijon, I think I'm okay with that. But let me get a group opinion. Dale?
What?
A little bit of Dijon in the sauce, is that okay?
Yes, Dijon's fine.
Julie, are you okay with that?
Yeah, very little, though.
Very little. Danielle, a little bit?
I can't agree to put Dijon in a barbecue sauce.
Okay, then we're not doing it. If we can't get a group consensus, we're not doing it.
Come on, because one person didn't want it, it didn't go in.
Come on, guys, stay focused.
All right, what do we have in here?
A barbecue sauce.
That tastes raw. Wow. I would speed this up. Higher heat, divide it into 2 pans going at the same time and reduce that right down. Otherwise, you're gonna have just tomato sauce on top of a steak, and I wouldn't want to eat that.
Claudio told us what we already knew. We were not off to a good start.
Danielle, how are you doing, hon? Morale is up?
You betcha. Woo!
Okay, what's happening here?
We're just starting to cook off our steaks.
Whose idea was to dip this in the hot sauce and then grill it? Was that your original idea?
No,
And so why did you change it?
because barbecue sauce was not cooking down quick enough, so we
Yeah.
are actually grilling it off.
You don't have a lot of time.
Yes, chef.
I tilt my head up and I see this long line of troops and I want to vomit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go, 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 go. I got this, I got this, I got this.
Service starts now.
151 soldiers will receive a steak dinner from both the red and blue teams and vote for their favorite.
Hello. There you are.
If either team runs out of any food, their vote automatically goes to the other team.
There you go, sir. Thank you.
The red team is serving roast potatoes and a Brussels sprout and bacon hash with their steak.
Tenderloin. So, which one do you prefer the taste of?
The red team did an amazing job on the steak. I like medium rare, and they absolutely nailed it. But what I really like on the blue side is what they did with the couscous and the beans.
I think overall they did a great job because they put out 151 steaks in a very short period of time.
It was a difficult challenge. You know, working in a small kitchen like that, equipment that you're not used to, sure, they pulled a rabbit out of the hat to some extent.
Well, I think they really spent way too much time on the barbecue sauce. I was surprised they got it out. But you want to know something? The troop like it. That's most important.
Say hello to our special guest. An Alberta beef cow.
Wow. A big culinary trend today is nose-to-tail eating. That means using every part of the animal.
The brain, the most difficult to work with. If undercooked, totally mushy and inedible. The tongue. The challenge here is removing the skin.
Bone marrow, one of my personal favorite. The tomahawk steak, bone-in ribeye. Every chef would like to get their hands on this. But sometimes simple things can be tricky.
The flank steak. If you cut this piece of meat when it's still hot, it will bleed everywhere. Let it rest. Kidneys, easy to mess up. Oxtails you'll find in many, many different cultures. The wonderful thing about oxtails is that they absorb flavor.
Liver, slice it thin, classic liver and onions.
Sweetbreads, if overcooked, can turn bitter. Beef cheeks, my favorite. Moist, tender, and succulent when cooked to perfection. You have 90 minutes to make us a dish featuring the cut that Eric chose for you. Your 90 minutes start now.
Eric gives me beef cheeks. I didn't even know you cooked with the cheeks of a cow. I think he intended to be good to me. Bet you he loves beef cheeks.
If I was cooking, I would want to use the beef cheeks.
Eric gives me the tomahawk steak.
I think it's a gift.
I grew up on a farm and grew up cooking steak, so it's kind of in my blood.
Dale's probably gonna overthink this.
I don't think I'm going home on this today for sure. And I would be very embarrassed if I did.
I've worked with bone marrow before, just making sure that I manage my time wisely.
Eric gave me the flank steak, which is probably like the easiest cut of meat to cook.
And normally I'd cook like chicken livers at home, but like, that's a big friggin' piece of liver.
Some people are actually butchering the meats. Mike, come on, man. He was cutting like steaks of liver, and you should never do that.
You know, for me, this is like a Chinese shrimp. We are famous for nose to tail. I would eat everything. I practically have eaten everything. I would love to do this with bread.
What would you do to elevate it?
What I do in Hong Kong is actually, I serve it with oyster. So it's like a Chinese surf and turf.
Today I am making a beet salad and I'm serving it with a beef tongue. I'm gonna cook it in a pressure cooker. I've made a bit of a broth here with some onions, carrots, celery, sherry, and a little bit of beef broth. I have no clue what tongue tastes like, and I'm assuming because I tried to get this peel off, I can't get it off, so I think I have to cook it.
If I was going to be working with the tongue, it's going to take a while to cook. Lift it out, peel it whilst it's hot, because that's the best way, the best chance to get that skin off. I would take some of the poaching broth, simmer it down, add a little bit more of the fresh herbs, and create a little bit of sauce, and just serve it warm.
45 minutes.
I'm gonna make a cheeky beef stew today. I don't have hours of time to do it, so I'm gonna use a pressure cooker.
Danielle, how are you?
Hello.
You look nervous.
I am. I've never cooked a beef tongue and I've never used a pressure cooker. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know anything about it. I'm hoping what's under here is absolutely amazing.
Sounds like you might be going home.
I don't know. Eric probably got me on this one, to be quite honest.
Well, you still have time to turn this around. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm very concerned about Danielle.
She lost a lot of time on trying to peel the underside of the tongue, which didn't need it.
1 minute. You should be plating.
Finishing touches on those plates, please.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Danielle, please come up here with your plate.
Beef tongue that was cooked in a beef and sherry broth, and I paired it with a roasted beet salad.
Why didn't you integrate the tongue into the salad?
I don't know, I was a little stumped, honestly. I've never planned on cooking tongue, ever.
Tongue is delicious.
Thank you.
I think that you don't have any real confidence. If you change that, I think you'll do really well.
1, 2, 3, lift.
Yes, yes.
Only one thing in your boxes today, a classic meat grinder.
I know that we're putting protein in there. I don't really care what kind, but we're dealing with meat today. I got a smile on my face.
Powered by good old-fashioned elbow grease.
Oh, crap. I got my meat grinder as a wedding gift. It's still in the box.
You're going to use that grinder to prepare the ultimate Canadian crowd pleaser, a burger.
Burgers? Awesome. I come from beef country.
But we're not talking about your everyday backyard burgers. We want you to make something creative and unexpected. The most delicious thing we've ever tasted between two buns.
To do that, you get to use this. You have bison, wild boar, muskox, lamb, pork shoulder, kangaroo, turkey, and duck breast.
Where's my beef, man?
Your time starts now.
Behind, guys, behind.
Sir, got you back. If I had my choice, I would choose bison, cut with a little bit of pork to give it that nice fat content. It's not too gamey. I think it works really well with the burger.
Me, I would be going for the lamb. I love lamb burger. I would add a little bit of goat cheese to it. Be looking for some mint, an apple, gastrique type relish, fresh and crisp. Kayla, Can you tell me what kind of burger you plan to make?
Duck and pork burger, crispy fried onion rings, warm mushroom salad, and a homemade roasted garlic aioli.
Any concerns?
I want to make sure that I have enough flavors. It's not too simple of a burger, as long as I get it done in time.
You have 15 minutes remaining. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, stop cooking.
After observing and sampling throughout the challenge, the judges will now take one final look to select the top dishes for tasting.
Tastes better than it looks.
Kayla, please bring your Oinkin Duck Burger to the front.
I'm just praying to God that they love it. Hi, chefs.
Tell me about the burger meat.
A whole duck breast, pork shoulder, crispy fried onion, melted aged cheddar, and a warm mushroom salad.
Perfect the way the fat came through here.
Oh, good.
So tell me about the inspiration for this beautiful burger creation.
My boyfriend's obsessed with burgers, so I really channeled my burger instincts today.
That makes me weak in the knees. Thank you.
Kayla, you're up here again.
I am.
There's a lot of meat. How many boyfriends do you have?
Just one, I promise.
It's quite a mouthful, but it's a great mouthful.
Thank you, chef. I am on cloud 9 right now.
On the count of 3, lift your box. Ready.
I have no idea what's in that mystery box.
1,
Could be chocolate, could be tomatoes, it could be beef.
2, 3, lift.
Some beautiful ingredients here. An exquisite pork loin, the highest quality peanut butter, crunchy and smooth, banana, semi-sweet chocolate, honey, and chorizo.
I'm thinking, what the? Pork loin and peanut butter.
My eyes lock onto the pork tenderloin like a homing missile. I know I'm going right for that. That's the star of my dish.
Ready? Your 60 minutes starts now.
Can't find a grater.
I'm gonna wing a cake over here. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna make a marinated pork tenderloin with a noodle stir fry. I'm gonna make a peanut vinaigrette, a little bit of sweet, and I added a little bit of me, some spice.
You have 15 minutes left.
I just have to put my meat under the broiler. It's just a matter of getting it all together at the last minute.
You have 15 seconds.
Time's almost up on the first Mystery Box Challenge, and the home cooks are scrambling with finishing touches.
Thank God this is not an elimination test.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
They had just 1 hour to create a superb sweet or savory dish.
Our third pick showed a surprising level of sophistication for a home cook.
A few of you made similar things, but this really stood out.
I want to be the first one to win the first Mystery Box Challenge on the first ever MasterChef Canada.
And the dish we're talking about belonged to...
They just need to call out Josh.
Merida.
What's this called?
Noodle stir fry with a sweet and spicy vinaigrette and a cilantro salad on top.
You certainly nailed it with the hot and sweet. I thought the seasoning was perfect.
What I really admire about this dish is the Scotch bonnet. Have you worked with that ingredient before?
Yes, I use it all the time.
I don't think anyone else even used that pepper.
You know, those flavors are strong, bold. That heat just pushes you right to the edge, but then that sweetness brings you right back. It's that fine balance that you managed to achieve.
Oh my God, it is Joe Bastianich,
Hi, guys.
an idol of mine.
I'm super intimidated to cook for him.
Pretty amazing. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
He's poised, he's elegant. I think I'm a starstruck.
For the toughest mystery box challenge yet, we've invited the toughest judge from MasterChef US.
You have made it to the final four of MasterChef Canada, and that is a testament to your ability to cook great food and to partake in one of the greatest culinary challenges in the entire world. So congratulations to you all.
Joe came out of the big mystery box. Now it's time to find out what's in yours.
1, 2, 3, lift.
Everything contained in your mystery box has been handpicked by me. I've given you the king of all Italian cheeses, Grana Padano, tender veal, calamari, pork, sausage, and pancetta, fresh burrata, and from my vineyard, a wine I make myself in northeastern Italy called Vespa Bianco. That's for cooking, not drinking.
These ingredients are like top dog ingredients, like best of the best.
Very Italian.
Simple, but they have to be done the right way.
Your time starts now.
I am absolutely cooking for my life today. Somebody's going home and it's not gonna be me, that's for sure.
Hi, Kayla. So what are you making?
I'm making a stuffed veal loin,
Stuffed with what?
the Parmesan cheese, burrata, basil, some rendered down pancetta, and a little bit of chili flake.
Where's your veal one? Did you
I
stuff
just
it
popped
already?
it in the oven, yeah.
It's
It's
in the
stuffed,
oven?
it's in the oven. I butter basted it.
Very Frenchy, very fancy. You think Italian food, you think simple. All of a sudden, you're like butterflying a veal loin and filling it and stuffing it. Seems very ambitious.
You know, I just really want to impress you. Somebody's going home, and there's only 4 of us. I mean, those odds aren't good.
At the end of the day, that veal has to deliver.
Absolutely, chef.
You can talk the talk. I hope you can walk the walk.
10 minutes remaining.
So some very interesting things happening out there. At this point, I think Kayla, if she can pull off the stuffed veal, and if it's still pink and moist in the middle, that would be very impressive, but very, very, very ambitious. Last touches. Want to see good-looking plates. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Hands in the air, everybody. Good job.
There's always a chance in top 4 to go home, and I took a risk. I hope it paid off.
Kayla, could you please come with your dish?
This dish could either shoot me up into top 3, or it could send me home.
Tell me about your dish.
Stuffed veal loin with cheese, olive tapenade, crispy fried capers.
Very tricky to get a stuffed veal loin perfect. How did you want to cook it? Medium rare, medium?
Medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not bad. It's a medium, true medium, so you nailed the temperature. You were able to get a nice seasoned crust on the outside. The filling, I take it or leave it. The pinkness of the veal in the center is spot on, and it's moist and tender and really quite flavorful.
You think you made any mistakes here? The fact there's no starch anywhere to be found.
I think that it was a risk, and I think if you conceptualize a dish correctly, you don't always need starch.
You nailed the cooking here. The color is perfect. It's rested, basted it properly. You think this dish is going to take you to the next level?
I hope so, chef. I don't want to be too confident, but I think I have impressed them.